Hello, welcome. For today's video I'm going to be trying out some new colours of lenses from ICOICE. So these are quite obviously colour contact lenses. ICOICE is a company that I have used and continue to use quite often. I really love their lenses. They come across really natural looking, they're very comfortable to wear and extremely affordable as well. Yeah, I've been using these now, I would say for the best part of 2 years. Most of the time when you see me with lenses in, they are usually from this company. So obviously I've reviewed ICOICE lenses a fair few times now, so I'm just going to briefly run through what you basically get in the package. So you'll order your lenses online, extremely easy to do. They do have prescription ones if you prefer that, or you can just have them to change your look if that's what you prefer. All comes in beautiful sustainable packaging, and then in there as well, each pair of lenses comes with the cutest little case. So they're the two stack ones, so you've got one lens here and then you've got one lens here. You also get look how cute this packaging is. In here you also get a little case like that, and then inside the case is a little pair of tweezers and a little, I don't know what you call these, I'll just say sucker. They basically make it really easy to apply them. Sometimes I use them, sometimes I don't, the little sucker things. It just depends how I'm feeling on the day really. But they are quite handy if you've already got makeup on and you don't want to, you know, prod around too much, you know, remove any makeup around your eyes. They're really good for that actually. And all of the little cases, these ones here, come in these cute little boxes as well. I always love their packaging, anything cute and I'm sold. There's also a little leaflet which just shows you how to apply and remove the lenses as well, although I have to say very, very easy. I say that, when I first started using them it was a bit tricky, but the more you do it, the more you practice. Practice makes perfect, as they say. Since I last made a purchase with them, they have brought out quite a few new colours and they look absolutely stunning. So I've chosen 6 pairs that I'm going to try on today. I normally just stick to greys and blues. I have got some greys and blues, don't get me wrong, because they are my favourite to wear. But I have also got a couple of browny hazily shades as well. So I thought we'd give them a go and see what they're like. I just want to mention as well, I have already decanted them into these cases. Before you use them, I highly recommend just getting your saline solution, which you can get at most places like chemists, even supermarkets do it. I just get this one. I think I got this one from B&M or Home Bargains or something for like £2, really cheap, and you get a lot in there as well. But yeah, you decant them into here with your saline solution. They come in like the individual blister packages, and then I would say leave them for a good 24 to 48 hours before you very first apply them. Yeah, I just find they're a lot more comfortable to first put in that way. So before we start, I just want to show you a close-up of my natural eye colour. So as you can see, I have blue eyes, like I'd say they're quite a deep blue. I do love my natural eye colour, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I do like to just change things up a bit, just to go with makeup looks, or yeah, just to change things up a bit in general. So the very first ones that I have are from the Floral Fancies range, and these ones are called Fog Pearl Grey. So as I mentioned before, my favourite lenses tend to be greys and blues. I love these lenses, they look so natural, really, really nice. They do have a very subtle ring around the edge, and normally I do try and avoid those ones because I find them to look less natural, although this isn't a really intense ring, it's very subtle, and I think it kind of adds to the look, to be quite honest with you. I still think they look really natural. They're not too big either. Some of the coloured lenses can be quite big, whereas I find that these ones are actually quite a decent size, you know, they're not that much bigger than my natural iris. And then the next ones are from the Powdery Rose range, and these ones are called Birkin Brown. So as you can see, these ones almost look a little bit yellowy. I do find that with the more hazel ones. I suppose it's the undertone, they always look a bit yellowy or a little bit orangey, but once you get them in, it kind of sorts itself out. It's really weird. Colour theory is amazing. I'm not sure about these ones, to be honest with you. I think because I'm so set in my ways with greys and blues, I think when I try something completely different to my eye colour, I feel a little bit uncomfortable. Some people would look at these and absolutely love them. They're very comfortable, don't get me wrong, but they are just so far from my natural colour that I'm just not sure what to think about them. Again, the size of the lens itself is very natural, not too big again. It's, you know, not far off my natural iris again. And I do feel that if my eyes were a different colour, that these probably would look a bit more natural, but it is literally just the contrast between my natural colour and these that's making me think that they don't look so natural, if that makes sense. And then the next ones are from the Paya Beach range, and these ones are called Manhattan Grey. So yeah, again, I actually really like these. I think they're really nice. I am a sucker for greys and blues. I don't know what it is. I just feel more comfortable in them, should we say. They're a lot more of a greeny grey, or a more solid grey, I would say, compared to the first fog pearl grey ones that I tried on. Yeah, a little bit less natural looking than those as well. However, I do still like them, and I feel like with certain makeup looks and things, that these being a little bit more intense would be quite cool. And I will also say that, bearing in mind that they are quite solid in colour, that they don't hinder my vision, you know, they don't cover my pupil too much, and yeah, I can't really feel them when they're in, if you know what I mean. So the next ones that I have are from the Think Green range, and these ones are called California Brown. Now, I actually really like these ones, bearing in mind that they're brown again, and they are far from my natural colour. I kind of like the way that they're quite subtle, so they almost give off a little bit of a peachy tone, and then you've got this like hazily colour around the edge, but then you can also see my natural blue in the centre as well. Almost goes from hazel to blue to then my pupil, and I'm kind of liking that. I think it looks really cool. It makes it look a bit more natural as well. These, out of all of the brown lenses that I've ever tried, I would say are my favourite because of that. And then the next ones that I have are from the Sweet Peony range, and these ones are called Serotonin Blue. Love the name. These are quite bright, aren't they? These are like a really bright blue. They are quite intense, and I do feel like they're quite a solid lens, as in the colour is quite solid on them. It goes... It's hard to explain, but I feel like it goes a little bit close to my pupil personally, and I prefer that like splayed out look like a natural eye would have. Now, these are the kind of lenses that I think for something like cosplay would be absolutely perfect, because they're not the most natural looking, but they would look great for cosplay. But personally, I prefer a more natural looking lens, not taken away from the fact that the lens itself is very comfortable and they do look really cool as lenses in themselves. They're just not for me. However, on the opposite end of the spectrum, these ones are from the Autumn Vibes range, and these are called Dopa-Mine Blue. Loving the name again. And this is exactly what I was talking about, how I prefer a more natural splayed out lens. These ones for me are absolutely perfect. By far my favourite ones today. They look extremely natural. They're a lovely size. Again, they're not too far off my natural iris size. They feel incredibly comfortable on as well. I can barely feel them. As to be honest with you, all of them are comfortable. And I absolutely love the way these almost enhance my natural blue more than cover it up. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm well aware that when it comes to coloured contact lenses, they're great for changing things up a bit. As I said, I do like to do that anyway with certain makeup looks, or if I just fancy a bit of a change on the day, to be quite honest with you. But as an everyday lens, I do prefer it to be something on the more natural side that enhances my natural eye colour rather than covering it up. So with that in mind, the Dopa-Mine Blue ones are absolutely perfect for me, just what I was looking for. Yeah, overall I do absolutely love the new range of colours that they've got in. They've got a really good variety of colours. What I do love about ICOICE lenses is that they have like groups of them. So if there is a particular lens that you like the last ones that I tried on, for example, the Dopa-Mine Blue ones, the actual style in itself is brilliant for me. I absolutely love it. So if I wanted to choose like a variety of colours in that style, you can do that. So yeah, you can get like different colours within that range. So as always, I will link all of the lenses shown in today's video in the description box below for you, along with the discount code as well. I do have a discount code with them. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and I'd really appreciate it. It'd mean the absolute world to me. If you did enjoy watching this video and you would like to see more content from me in the future and you would like to subscribe to my channel. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye.